Welcome to the final day of How to ABL. This is the end of the series. I've done a video for every day of every season, and maybe in the future I will do update videos. But anyway, without further ado, today is 10/19/2023, and it is shock season. Today is also Speed Human Female Day, so we'll be running with a Tier 4 Luna Snow with a Brilliant Rage. Basically, her rotation is keeping 5, 4, 3 together. You're going to delay cancel the 3 till she points at the sky. Everything else is pretty much spammable, and you want to try to do 2, 1, and 6 as soon as possible. Sometimes I'll slip 6 into the 5, 4, 3 rotation so you can supercharge it and reuse it as much as possible. Anyway, let me go ahead and show you that in action today. We will see what she can score, and I'll show you how I play her. As always with these characters, I got to do a little disclaimer. There are multiple ways to play these characters, so find the rotation that works best for you. This is just how I go about playing her. All right, I'll give you that example, and if you want to stick around after, I'll give you additional information like why I'm using the team I did and alternate options in case you do not have Luna Snow with her seasonal uniform, Summer Lilac. All right, switching right to Luna, jumping up 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. Points at the sky. Just wait. I did the team battle there. 1, 2, 1. Then I'm going to do a 5, 7, 3, 6, 4, 2, 1. Now, keep in mind that with the 7, you need that for canceling. She doesn't have a cancel skill for today. So I'm going to save it. When I have only one of the Odin's Blessings, I'm sorry, not Odin's Blessings, the orbs that are dropped, Odin's Might, I am going to save it so that I can use Thor to do the cancel. Now, Thor can be used as a striker to cancel as soon as he's in the center and targetable. Don't wait. And you want to use them as soon as he's available, aside from when you have one orb to make sure you get the cancel off. Now, with my talking, I'm already doing some of these skills on the slower side, so I have a feeling I'm not going to be maxing out my score like I typically do, but we'll still do the best we can and adapt accordingly. Searcher can kind of be a pain in the butt. You want to make sure you get the mites that you can get the Odin's Force. Without the Odin's Force, you're not going to be able to score as much as possible or cap if your account is even capable of capping. So just make sure that you are canceling, make sure you're close to them, make sure you're paying attention to the rotation, and make sure you're getting those mites. Mighty Odin little orbs, the orbs, blah. Words are hard. I can't talk today. I tell you what, Thursday fun. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and use the 7 now because I don't have one orb. Once I pick up one orb, I can use it one time. So now I've got an orb. I'm able to use it one time if I want to. And then I should be able to cool down right in enough time to get the cancel off. Yeah, you do not cool down quickly enough if you use it. Like right now, I'm about to get it again. And as you can see, he's about to jump center. At the beginning, too, you'll notice that if you use... As soon as he turns, watch. As soon as he's turned, boom, we'll get the cancel off. But if you use it twice in the very beginning of the match, you will not have it recharged quickly enough to get the cancel off. And again, we're using that to cancel. And yes, we're instantly canceling 6. 6 is the delayed hit with a huge wave. 2 will throw you across the screens. Pay attention when you're using your 2. If you hit the analog stick, you are going to go flying across the screen, which means it's very possible you might take yourself away from Searcher. Sometimes it can help you to follow them or to avoid being hit, but it can also end up hurting you because if you can't get the instant cancels off, it is going to hurt and affect your overall score. Should have used that 6 before the 3. Focus on that 6. Alright. Bringing it on home. You know, she really should be able to do 10 million. That's a little low. A little low. I'm probably going to rerun that later. But you get the basic idea of how I run her. And whenever I talk, I seem to score less anyway. Okay, so let me write down that score. 9579514. Can she do more than that? Yeah. I've got a problem with my cards. We're going to go over my account here in a second. I just always write down my score so I can see my overall progress over time. I'm going to show my cards. Not going to go into great detail. The only thing I'm going to point out is Pierce is very important for ABL. So if you don't have Pierce, it's going to hurt your score. If you don't have max Pierce, you're not scoring as much as you can. I don't. I'm sitting at 16% due to bad choices and bad random. So until I get to 25%, my score is going to be lackluster at best. Here are the X swords. I'm just showing them if you want to freeze the screen, see how my account's built. So if you want to know why I'm scoring what I'm scoring, you at least know how I build my characters and how my account is. Tier 4, Summer Lilac, Luna Snow. This is a paywall uniform, so you might not have it. If you at least have her last uniform, the Light Sirius, someone told me the Lifestyle Series 1 works really well. I've not tested it. I probably should at some point. But if she's Tier 4 and she has a Rage, you're probably in pretty good shape to use her, period. But I will talk about alternate options as well. Her custom gear, as I mentioned, is the Brilliant Rage. It's got a 1%. I do have her own artifact. It's only a 3-star artifact, but it does give her more damage based upon her cold resist. Then we have Power of the Angry Hulk as the attack set. Any of the attack set, ISO 8 sets are fine. Thor. Thor seems to be the best ABL striker. A lot of people have been experimenting with the new Ghost Rider uniform that just came out, and apparently Ghost Rider is a better striker, but we need to be able to cancel today, so I'm still going to use Thor for today. Eventually, you know, for other days, I might use someone different. So I have everything amplified, which is good. Everything's at least a 6-star Uru or an Odin's Blessing. Probably could cap her out a little bit more. I'm only sitting at 2,600 for my rank, so even though that's not a really good indication of your power, having a good build on your characters is important. Everything is capped here. That's important to cap. So that's how her build is. Let's talk about the team I'm using, why, alternate team-ups, and then we will talk about alternate characters in case you don't have Luna Snow. So Giant Boss Raid, ooh, not Giant Boss Raid, Arena Alliance Battle, Legendary, Legend. I was going to say Legendary, it's just Legend. Okay, so leader, I am running Shuri, Black Panther Shuri with the uniform. She gives a 35% all attacks, and then she also gives a passive of 55% damage dealt, which you'll hear me say in multiple videos is probably one of the best skills in the game. White Fox, she also gives damage dealt of 65% as a passive to leadership allies. I point this out. If you know what this is, great, but if you don't, you need to know. Go to details. Little shield. If you click on it, it says leadership. If they don't have this, White Fox doesn't do anything for them. Do not put White Fox in those teams. If they have leadership, use White Fox. Specifically, remember here, allies with leadership. They need to have that leadership, or it doesn't do it. Doesn't do anything. Also, her Lifestyle Series 2 uniform will give additional uniform effects for superhero allies specifically. So this only applies if they're superhero. It doesn't matter if they have leadership. This is superhero. 15% all attack, 10% chain hit, and ignore target's dodge by 30%. And we decided to give her an insight because she's just that good of a character. Definitely give her an insight. She's an awesome support. She's also tiered 3. So there you go. I consider that to be the meta team. Alternate options. You could use Wave for leadership if you don't have Shuri. Shuri's the better lead. Unless you have Wave's uniform and you don't have Shuri's uniform, then I would say Wave is the better lead. There's also Misty Knight, and a lot of people have reported that since elemental damage does such a fantastic job in ABL, they say that Misty Knight's better lead. My experimentation, I'm not scoring more. Maybe it's because of my lack of Pierce. Maybe if I had 25% Pierce, she would do better. But she does 6% cold damage. One of the few times that damage dealt apparently is not better. But there you go. If you want to use Misty Knight instead, you can use Misty Knight instead. Wave has both the leadership, and she also have a passive here where she does damage dealt as well. It's just the damage dealt and leadership is higher on Shuri with her newest uniform, Black Panther, than it is on Wave. So those are the 3 leads you want to consider using with Shuri. With Shuri. Those are the 3 leads you want to try to consider using with Luna Snow. Now, if you don't have Luna Snow, probably the next best, in my opinion, not from experimenting, hearing other players use them, is going to be Spider-Gwen. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I will point this out, you can use the exact same teams besides don't use Misty Knight. Use Shuri or Wave, fine. Do not use Misty Knight because she doesn't have cold damage. But what she does have is under info, details, she has leadership, which means White Fox will help her. So just, yeah, boom, right there like that. Now, I don't have her tier 4, obviously, and Luna Snow, I think, is a better character anyway. So in the game, she's a better character. So, yeah, there you go. That would be the second one I would consider using, but the same team-up options. Other characters I would consider using if you tier 4 Gamora. Gamora is a nice option too, but she's not human, so you can't use her today, so I don't know why I mentioned her. Sin is supposed to have the newest uniform, and that apparently gives a flat damage dealt bonus to all characters, I believe it is. I don't have it yet, but I would still say White Fox and Shuri is a better lead and support for Luna and Spider-Gwen. You could use a tier 4 Shadow Shell. She does okay, but I still say Spider-Gwen is a better character in this game. So yeah. Now, if you don't have Luna, you don't have Spider-Gwen, you don't have Shadow Shell, I would probably say Black Widow. Black Widow tier 4 does a decent job. It's a sizable step up to go to Luna Snow, but she does a decent job. She's probably about 2 or 3 million less than Luna, roughly, if I remember on my account. Then you could use Kate Bishop if you really had to. I don't know if I would recommend using anyone else besides for them. Other leadership options, you do have Maya Lopez here. It's just increase all basic attack. I don't really think she's that great of a lead, so I probably would not use her here. But if you have her and no other option, she could be used in a leadership position. You could also, let's see, I'm trying to think if there's any other support or lead options to even consider for today. Because Black Cat here is for supervillains, so none of these characters are supervillains, so she's worthless for today, actually, as far as lead goes, unless you're using her, which I wouldn't. There you go. Maybe Sin with Black Cat. Maybe that's going to be a thing, because she'll have this passive support and have that as a lead. Who knows? Maybe that'll be something to experiment with down the road. Doubt it. Then I guess a little shout out to Kamala Khan, because she actually did pretty decent up there with Kate Bishop as a tier 3 option if you don't have some of the other characters. But that's about it. That pretty much covers everyone. This is the meta team for today, in my opinion. Best of luck to you. Thank you for watching the series. And as always, may your ABL scores be as high as possible. I'll catch you in the next one.